Your boy, he comes from Dilated Peoples. It's what cops need to put you in prison for a long time. Your boy Evidence released his new project, Weather or Not, and that's weather like
stormy, sunny,
like the rain,
rainy.
This is another project within his weather. He has a series, the Weatherman series, and I'm gonna be frank with everybody that may be listening or watching this podcast right now. I've never really listened to Evidence. This is my first time listening to a full. I've just heard songs here and there. I've just heard some of his bars here and there, but I've never listened to Evidence project. And he could be listening to this right now, like fuck these guys. Yeah. But I'm gonna just be real. This is the first time that I ever listened to an Evidence project in full. He just wasn't my cup of tea.
Me too. I barely heard him on Dilated Peoples.
Yeah.
Like, cause I didn't listen to them that much.
Right.
And it's been so long since I've heard them.
Right.
You know, it's been a long, years, many years. And yeah, I mean, when I heard this, I didn't realize he was with them. Like, it was familiar.
Right.
I remembered, it was like, he sounds like someone I've heard him or something. I couldn't put my finger on it. And then when you told me it was Dilated People, I was like,
right.
That's where I know I've heard him from. But just
never really delved that deep into it.
Exactly, because it really wasn't my cup of tea.
Wasn't my cup of tea either. Yeah. What was your initial reaction to listening to Evidence?
I was thinking, this is some East Coast shit. some hard East Coast vibes, and
you washed.
And yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's how far off I was. I started putting the pieces together while I'm listening to it, and I'm hearing them. I was like, all that Cali references and Venice and this Venice Beach and everything. It's like this motherfucker's from Cali.
He's from West Coast.
I was like, he's a West Sider rider. You know what I'm saying? But he can't. But he got that East Coast feel, and then it makes perfect sense that he fucks with Alchemist, and you know,
he produces a lot of his own tracks too. For me, man, it was his lyrics are decent.
Oh yeah,
I think he's sharp at times, and witty at times. And it just sounds like grown, you know what I'm saying? Like grown hip hop. Like if hip hop grew up, this is what it would sound like. Not to say that he's like old and washed or whatever, because I don't want that idea to be out there, but that's the kind of feel that I got.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Had that more.
Yeah. What did you think of?
I mean, it was like life struggles, you know, turmoil and just everything. Like it had its ups and downs, and I'm not saying it was good and bad. I'm saying he was talking about ups and downs,
right?
And shit
but he has a lot of little smart quips in there where he's one of the lines he says, "I don't want to see my, my heroes." You talking about his rap heroes?
Yeah.
I don't want to see my heroes slanging verses on Twitter. Yeah. You know what I'm saying, or something like that. He was saying. And I was like, damn, me neither, dog.
Yeah, real.
Well, imagine that, dog. Like you see,
that's where
you see, Nas, and he's like, yo, I got verses.
Hey, check out these.
Holler at me, 500 a pop. It's like, yo, what the fuck, yo? Do I really want this verse? I got 500. Do I really want this verse right now? Yeah.
Promote that shit on there,
right. No, they do it though. You know what I'm saying? But what did you think as far as the production on this?
It had that. A lot of it had that Alchemist feel, even though it wasn't all Alchemist. Right. It had just that East Coast. That's what I mean. It really makes you think he's from the East Coast when you're just listening to it. Especially if you just.
This was our first time listening.
Yeah, first time hearing him, and just also not realizing that he was with Dilated Peoples, and just hearing him and just taking it as a fresh artist, you know, and from the East Coast, you know, I'm thinking it's definite. But then, I mean, you got people that spit from other places. I mean, we got Harold Giovanni, you know.
Well, he's from Detroit, but he's only from the Bay.
He's from the Bay, so it's I mean, that happened. So once I started putting all that together, and I saw,
yo, why Cali out here trying to sound like everybody else? Cause
why is everybody trying to sound like everybody? It's just people who they appreciate.
No, I said Cali sounds like everybody else. No, because payroll from Detroit sound like the Bay.
Yeah. Well, it's just he obviously was highly influenced by the Bay. So,
right.
And this obviously,
influenced by the East.
Yeah, influenced by the East Coast evidence. So,
right. Yeah. The production for me was pretty good. It was pretty good production. I like a lot of Alchemist tracks. I particularly like the tracks that were produced by Knots. I like some of those tracks. There's I think we gotta give props to Knots. I don't think Knots gets enough props in the production game, because I've heard a few of his tracks and they've all been like pretty fire.
Pretty on point.
Yeah, but it is primarily held by Alchemist. So if you listen to Alchemist, you know what type of feel.
Yeah,
you're gonna get listening to this. Which is
a dope ass feel though. Alchemist always has that. It's a unique style.
Right, it's definitely his
production. Yeah.
And it's definitely got like kind of soul in there, but it's very boom bap.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, which kind of fits right up Evidence's style, whatever. What do you think about the overall theme? What do you think was the overall theme?
To me, it just was that, informative kind of, like he broke down a lot, just himself in a sense, like story wise, like shit that he's gone through.
Right.
I mean, that last cut about his female that went through the cancer and everything. That shit was some deep, real shit, that he went through. So I mean, he had a lot of that in there, and just I don't know. The theme, I really can't put my finger on the theme.
You know what though? I think that it has something. I'm gonna just be real, because, like I said, I don't listen to Evidence like that. But I would say that, they said he's got the Weatherman series.
Maybe that's.
I feel like I got to go back and listen to those to probably have a better grasp on what he's trying to convey as far as with the weather or not. You know what I'm saying? I kind of picked it up a little bit, but I feel like there's a little bit more to it than.
I'm sure there is. Yeah.
That I think.
Listening to this, he even says on that song, whether or not it's like that, he obviously makes a lot of references to the weather,
right?
And shit. It's like hearing this, I didn't get a lot of that. Other than
the references to weather, right?
Yeah,
me neither. So well, there was like raindrops. There was a couple,
there's a few things, but it's like not as much as he's made it seem like by saying that I'm the guy who makes the references to weather, but obviously we probably get that in the past.
Right.
Like we probably get a lot of that in those other, albums or mixtapes, whatever. And that's probably where, we'd be able to put it together and probably maybe get a grasp of where he's going with that. Because I really can't put my thumb on what like the theme is.
The theme is right. What do you think about the lyrics, man?
Well, he had some pretty good lyrics. He definitely got some skills. He's not always completely consistent of just like nonstop, just killing it. But he does have verses where he does that, where he's killing it. But and tracks that he does that too. It's not like the full thing, full blown, like killing it. But he definitely got skills, talent.
Right.
And I already knew that from Dilated Peoples. Like things I heard was dope, but I still wasn't my shit.
Right.
But you could tell they had, bars and like wordplay, and obviously still has it. So
right, of course, he's definitely still got it. Was there any standout tracks too?
Standout tracks. Well, obviously that last cut. I mean, it was just so real.
Right.
That'll get you.
I gotta definitely say, I
like
the raindrops.
I like 10,000 Hours too.
10,000 Hours is fire. I like Love Is a Funny Thing.
Yeah.
It's got Styles P on there, Rapsody, strong features on there. The What I Need that was produced by him was actually a fire.
I didn't even realize that was produced by him.
That was
okay.
That was fire.
Yeah, that was a fire. Yeah,
fire
beat too.
I wish I could do that shit.
Fuck yeah,
just make my own beats. Just rap my own shit. I never fucking holler at nobody beat for a beat. I'm like, fuck y'all.
Exactly. It's like, why?
I gotta pay you. I know.
Pay you how much? I know what I want and what I need.
You want 5,000 for this?
Yeah.
Shit. I can't you that shit.
Like, come fuck with me. I'll make a beat for you.
Right. Yeah. I kind of like the other song, just to make a story longer. I like the lo-fi hip hop sound that's going on there. Mm-hmm. Those are definitely some strong tracks.
Yeah, definitely has strong tracks and standouts like that. Are dope. That you definitely have replay value.
Right.
Like, I mean, the CD's dope. I check it out. Like, go check that shit out regardless. Like, I mean, it is a dope CD. Like, it's not garbage. It's not, I say it's dope, but it's not like full blown, like, in your vein dope. Right. It's like, it's definitely strong. It's good.
Right. Definitely a strong album here. What did you give this on a scale of 1 to 10?
Scale of 1 to 10.
Yeah.
I'll have to go with the 8. Gave it an 8. Strong 8. I mean, first time hearing him, it's like hearing him for the first time again.
Right.
Because, like, I've heard him before, but just don't realize, and to hear him, it's like, it wasn't that bad. It was pretty good.
Right.
I gave it an 8. 7.5, 8. Like,
yeah.
I went with the 8.
I gave it a 7.5.
Yeah.
It had good production. Some of the lyrics were good. It's a lot of like kind of beats and rhymes, and it had like it was just like a good boom bap.
Yeah, and like
project. You know what I'm saying?
Grown feel to it, like how could have how hip hop progressed like as you get older.
Right.
Good example of how it did.
There's some parts in there where it does kind of get like where the styles kind of get a little repetitive, and then some of the tracks were they were all right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like I said, sometimes I have some like really cold bars, and other times you just kind of like lay back and chill.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
With it, but yeah, that's what I give it. I give it a 7.5. Strong 7.5 though.
Yeah, that was the range I was in. I was like 7.5, 8. I went with the 8 just because had some pretty good production, and like he gave me a good feel of like old school hip hop. How how you're saying it's like how it grew, like how it's grown, and with people who were in that time,
right, and in that style,
in that style, and then how they've grown,
right,
still represented it pretty well,
right. So shout out to Evidence and shout out to Whether or Not.